You don't do that. That sounds awful.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping
Not
the
him.
Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
They're not scared of the Nintendo Switch.
You know,
It's a witch.
One good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange man. I know exactly what you mean. It's a terrible thing to say. No, I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
No, you do not have to worry about that. I am not a mage. I love the dialogue. Yeah, I know. I love him. His dialogue is so sassy and such a smartass. That's why I love him. Like, I don't ever want him to leave my party. It's because he always has, even out of combat stuff, he'll just side dialogue with people, and I love it. Don't worry, I'm no mage. Would that make your day worse? Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From High Ever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Yeah, honestly, him and Morgan, I love them so much. But to be fair, that's the only characters I've met, really. I mean, Duncan and father and mother. I guess there's other characters I've met, but I do really like Alistair and Morgan. You haven't met her yet. Hopefully you'll meet her before I end stream. It's gonna be pleased to meet you. My name is Sam.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women? Probably because we're too smart for you. I can handle myself better than most. Stop thinking of me as a woman. No, I can handle myself better than most.
I'm getting that impression.
Good.
So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Nope. Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Swear. Also, Izzy, that guy who's in camp, like the what's his name? The quartermaster. He says he's looking for a girl. The first time I ever played this, I think I ran into the red-haired elven woman, but I've never found her since. I don't know if you know about that, or like where to find her, if it's like a random event or something. I don't know. That's if you're still in chat. Back to Duncan's. That argument that I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position.
Oops.
I was once a Templar.
Yeah, Templars are mage hunters for a quick rundown, yes. So, you're a mage hunter.
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes. The Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger. And the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
They probably did, just most people don't just agree to do whatever some other person says. I look forward to traveling with you. You don't have to accompany them. What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
I love how like he's like, you do? What? That's weird. You won't get mad at me for this, right? Novice Flame Ruin. I'm taking it. I don't know what it does. It's mine now.
Yes?
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Gray Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
Such a sweet Dunkin' Donuts. No, not Dunkin' Donuts. Duncan is the Gray Warden. He is the one that kind of indoctrinated. Is that the right word? I don't know. We're here because of him. Words. I didn't have anything else to ask. You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
Yeah, that seems like a lot. You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Don't have really good maybe Duncan thought you'd be useful.
Or maybe he just happens to be a good man.
We have questions.
What about?
He kills people with breakfasts. So joining me to this upcoming battle. The Great Blight. Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Gray Wardens in Ferelden. Which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here.
Yeah.
Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
Kind moan. Firm, can't say care for him. I owe him as well. He saved me. Yeah, he saved me as well, so.
That sounds familiar. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
Yes, continuing to talk to you about the Blight.
Of course.
I just like talking to you, so what is it? Where do they come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
Give me the truth then. Just the Chantries, aren't they the same thing?
They seldom are.
Truth.
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
It's a great amount of information. You know, I figured the Grey Wardens knew more. I forgot they knew very little. So you talked about was the first Blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
So where's the Archdemon?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill them when they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven Kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is a Archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones.
Guys, we did it. We found
Intelligent,
dragons.
even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The Archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Gray Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
Other questions?
Of course.
How do you defeat him?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way.
Kill a
According
dragon.
to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them,
A lot of big names.
Darkspawn flee back underground.
I don't know. How did anyone even know?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well...
If you...
you'll
Oh, he does!
understand.
Oh,
Not
he
to
hints
mention
at that.
people
That's
start
cool.
to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
How many are out there?
Thousands? Tens of thousands? They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
That's all I wanted
You
to
want
know.
to ask me about something else?
Joining ritual?
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
No more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Yes. He approves. Romance. I hope there's a lot more opportunities for me to, because I think me insulting Duncan there gave him a little bit less of affection points, unfortunately. I unintentionally saying that, God, maybe he thought you were useful instead of saying like, the yada yadas or something else. I don't remember, because I think you can get 2 hearts in those conversations there. Because until I find somebody else, I'm curious about the romance in the game. So obviously he seems like the only option. I don't think you can romance Morgan anyways, so I can't go for her. Again, this ritual breaks my game, usually, like, at least once, so I'm going to save and fully expect things to go poorly. Hello, Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good.
I did.
I'll assume you're ready to begin preparation.
Oi.
Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields
Kyle so
guilt,
far
they
likes
should stick her
Alistair.
in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You 4 will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain
Fortunately,
such remote outposts.
I must be on my
It
way.
has recently
Okay.
come to our attention that
Well,
some
thank you for
scrolls
stopping
have been
by,
left behind,
Izzy. And I hope
magically
you have a good
sealed
day at
to
work.
protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are they?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago.
I know you gotta
They
go
were
to
once
work. You're all
considered
good.
only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them
Mr.
with.
Glenn. What if we do if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
How will we find the
It will
archive?
be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
This part of the journey?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
I am.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Right, okay. So it's not, it's after this that the game breaking thing happens. Until then. Come on, boys, let's go. Slowly but surely they'll follow me. We were told to leave.
Hail.
I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's
Yes.
open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
JJ, my normal. JJ. JJ? Why do I not understand JJ? Or is it just my normal? Because J is a Jersey. No, Jersey Mike's is not as JM. I'm trying to think of sandwich places that rhyme with J or rhyme. You know what I mean. Korcari Wilds. The fear of water. That some characters have. At least it's fear, not insta-death. Wolves!
Now we do battle.
There's more wolves. Oh god, there's more! Kill them! Kill the wolves and kill them. Stop howling. Hit them. Ah. Try. Are they loud? I know the wolves, like, it's more the creatures and not humans get really loud. So just let me know. Unless you're, because I'm stabbing a wolf. That also makes sense, considering, you know. Not wolves. Come here. Stab. Stab. No, no howling.
Let's go!
Oh, the whimpers whenever they die. They're so sad. Just like take their entire pelt. It's good. So can't I... I'm gonna move this so I don't accidentally do it. What should I move it to? I'm gonna make healing 1. Oh, this reminds me, that's another game that I might play on stream called Fate. It was like my childhood favorite. Like I loved that game, and it's kind of, there's a body in the water. It's kind of what got me into these types of games and stuff. To do stealth, below the belt, dirty fighting, dual weapon. Okay. New letter added to the codex. Codex updated. Letter to Jog Boy. Both. Oh. If it gets too loud, let me know, and then I can turn it down. Because I know that I've had issues again when I've solo played this, where the audio for fighting, if I'm fighting creatures instead of humans, gets really absurdly loud. I don't know why. Later to Jog Boy. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the enlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild sun, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. They chastened respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived. And maybe establish an agreement with a local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below if you follow them. They will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows. Beginning at the entrance to the wilds from Ogstagar, look for a tree leaning on a ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree, quote-unquote, bridge. Past a submerged tower on the right, look between a high, ruined arch and mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones, and look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jogby, not Jogboy. I realize I read that as Jogboy. I love you, Jogby, my son. I hope to see you soon, your father, Rigby. Jogby and Rigby. Well, fortunately, you're very dead. You guys have anything to say about that?
Yes?
Ah. I guess I'm talking to you now. Where are you from?
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else.
So you're a cut purse.
And a pickpocket, thank you very much. Or was, anyhow. Who'd ever guess I'd end up a Grey Warden?
Very true. Oh, yelling because I was driving. Oh, okay. I thought you were yelling because it was too loud. So how did oh, you were driving as we were hunting wolves. Yeah, that's not good. So what do you think of Duncan? No. What do you think we should do now? How did the Gray Wardens find you?
I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd.
Nice.
He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there.
Oh, what happened then?
Duncan stopped them, invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up.
So, what do you think of Duncan?
All right for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks too.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Alright, smartass.
I'm ready.
Said you're from
I
Redcliffe.
hail from Redcliffe, but Duncan recruited me in Highover, a city off the northern coast. Have you travelled there?
Father was lord of that town. I'm from there, actually. Ah, yeah, was lord.
My Lady Cousland. I'm honoured.
Indeed.
I was in Arlemon's retinue when he attended King Maric's funeral. It was in Highover that I met my Helena. I was smitten. She has the most beautiful eyes, my Helena. Now, for years I found any excuse to return there. We married a year ago. Arlemon gave me leave to serve in Highover, but I was attempting to persuade Helena to come to Redcliffe with me, at least until I was recruited.
So you abandoned her, how the Grey Wardens find you.
Last month, Duncan visited Highover, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Ferelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter.
I mean, my mother and father would have never left each other's side, but you know, true love and your love is different. What do you
He has a
think of
seemingly
Duncan?
impossible task, with a scarce handful of Grey Wardens, yet he does not complain or flinch from his duty.
Okay, let's
Indeed.
go. And
Let's
Alistair,
get what we came for and head back to Duncan.
I want to talk with you.
Over here.
None shall see me.
Over here. I don't trust you. Oh, right. Actually, also you was devastating surprise attacks. Dying soldier.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Okay, if I can. But let's try to. We don't have time for this. Let's go. We can take you back. Let's try to bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you, Alistair.
Thank you.
You're sweet. The fuck is with the war noises?
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire
Plenty.
army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Overcoming these dangers is part of our test. Far from helpless here. We'll be fine. It's like a coward to me. You agree this stage. We're far from helpless here.
I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens
No
can
one.
sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
See, we're
You
safe.
see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Be reassured about our death. I forgot. Yeah, no, I do like Dareth. Dareth is... he's fun. His sense of humor is enjoyable. A lot of dead. Right, okay, so I'm going back the way we came. Trying to get my bearings again because I got a little bit lost. Fallen tree leaning against, so there's the building we're supposed to. I know that there's something over here.
Sometimes silence is best. There, more of the fiends ahead.
Where? Oh, map. They don't see me. Guys, go fight them! I see all of them. This is lovely. Guys, are you just gonna let me be over here?
Yes.
Actually, I can stealth him as well. He should be able to walk next to me. It's nice having two rogues. I don't know if this is supposed to go because... okay. You and you as well.
I shall.
Go here. Us. We must attack them. You guys are fine down there, right? I believe in you. Hit him. Ah! Stuff him. What? Oh, I died. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health. It's unfortunate. It's XP that I just need to be careful about that.
I am terribly wounded.
Yeah, we're all terribly wounded. Injuries. When your partner is fallen combat, he or she now has. Yes, I don't want that permanent injury, so. Forgot. Injury kit. Okay. Okay, so now I'm fine. I'll heal back up to full health. I just need to be more careful about that. Vial of Darkspawn blood. Cool. I don't know why we can't get all three of them right here. They all have Darkspawn. Oh, never mind. Apparently those, they bled out too much, so we have two of the three that we need. But I'm good to know that the stealthing does work to a degree. Lovely.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Oh, he was? Why did he want them?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
I mean, why not? I help doggos. Also, so it was in this journal, hold on. What was it? Journal. Korcari found a corpse near the entrance. Now I'm looking for the note that says it. Let her jog me. There we go. Leaning past under the fallen tree bridge. Submerged tower on the right. Fallen tree bridge. This is like, it's a tree leaning on a building, right? Unless this is the bridge that it's talking about. I think this, oh wait, that's the fallen, I'm dumb.